All right, how about now? It took me out and has me back in. So I'm wondering if you can hear me now. No sound, no sound, no sound. Yes, Ray, you can hear me? Yay! Woohoo! We did it. Thank you, God, for technology. Okay. Sound, yes. So thank you, all of you, for your patience and sticking that out. Let me see, make sure this is straight. All right, so we might get sound, but we might be a little crooked, but we're gonna take what we can get this morning. Um, okay, so I am really excited that this morning we're talking about the divine wealthy feminine. And this is a conversation that I'm excited to have because obviously we're getting ready for the 5-day Wells with Ease activation, which starts next Monday. I'm so excited about that. But one of the things that I want us to get in that preparation mode for is to start looking at how are we doing with wealth from the energy of the feminine? Because what I see happening, and I've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm going to be the first at the front of the line to be guilty of this is me. I have thought for a long time, I'm recovering, not fully recovered. I catch myself every now and then, but I thought for a long time that what I saw my parents do, what I saw in my culture, what I saw in the masculine energy of creating wealth was the way. And not only was it the way, it was the only way. So if you wanted to be very successful, it was like, this is the only path that you can take. And it was pretty masculine, pretty, divide and conquer. Like, let me get there before you, let me take mine so you don't have enough for yours. And it was just very, very that intense masculine energy. And so I thought that I want to be successful. That's what I'm going to have to do. That was me. And as I've been on this journey and sharing this, everything that I'm learning and experiencing myself, I see a lot of other women that are very much bought in to the same things that I was, which was that there's only one way, and it's pretty masculine, pretty hustle and grind, pretty hard. And even though we are naturally um, aligned to the feminine, when it comes to creating wealth, for some reason, we just want to dive right in there and be all in our masculine, right? So I want to talk about that today. So someone's asking about the time. Everyone, the 5-day Wealth with Ease activation experience starts next Monday. It's 12 Eastern every day. I don't want to limit myself because I have so much to share. So if you can block off 45 minutes to an hour, just make it your lunch break. It's 12 Eastern every day next week, 45 minutes to an hour. I'll try to do my best to give you everything I've got in as short a time as I possibly can. But if you can just allot that amount of time, that would be great. All right. How many of you are registered for next week? Like you are, Tasha, let's go. Is it Monday the 27th yet? Tell me in the chat, how many of you are already registered for the 5-day Wealth with Ease activation? And are you, besides yourself, excited? Like, has it connected for you that next week is going to change your life? Have you all has that happened inside yet? Like here and here, 5 days with me talking about wealth with ease. Your life is going to change. You're not going to be able to do things the same. Like you're going to want to probably try, but you can't, not after I get done with you next week. So yay, look at all the people. And how many of you are VIPs? Let me know. Type VIP in the chat. Let me know how many of you are VIP. Last week I said this is a $22 opportunity for you to step into wealth. For $22, you get to have 90 minutes, not only with me, but with the goddesses. These are the women that work at the highest level with me. They own goddess. They own wealth with ease. For $22, if nothing else besides all the things that I'm going to give you as a VIP, for $22, you get to sit virtually amongst them, talk real talk with them. Yes, I'm going to have some of them on as testimonials, but how amazing will it be to just have give me the goods, like tell me the things. That's what I wanted to make available for you as the VIP experience. And so, yes, I need a refresher. I love it. Okay. So with all of that said, I want to talk about this concept that I heard, wow, maybe 10 or 11 years ago. We were just getting started with this business and we had gone to an event. A lot of you here know about it. It's called 3 Days to Cash. And it's pretty masculine energy. Like you get put in this room for 3 days and you have to sell. You have to sell hard. Like there's even a prize for the person who sells the most amount of money in the room in 3 days, right? And it was a lot of pressure. It was very intense. And one of the things that I remember from that event was we had like a little mentor for our group, and God bless him if he's watching. His name is Chad. And Chad sat Diane and I down and we were talking about like our business and what it was that we wanted to do. And he said this thing. He goes, that woman, the one that you all look at, she's driving the luxury car. She's got multiple homes. She's on vacation every time you look around, she's here, she's there. She's got a beautiful family. She takes care of her body. She's just exuding happiness. She is wealthy in every way. You know that woman. And we were all like, yeah, we know her. And she ain't us. Right? And it was like very clear, like, yes, we know about that woman. We see her, right? Wherever, whatever circle, whether it's on Instagram or in your networking circles or wherever you happen to see that woman, we all know that she exists. And it's like, yeah, we see her, but not yet quite there ourselves. And so it was really interesting because what I thought when I heard that was, yeah, she's so lucky. Right? The proverbial, that woman that has it all, that has wealth with ease. She is so lucky. And I, for a long time, thought that women who were able to get to that place where they had wealth in abundance in all areas of their lives, financially and other ways, were just lucky. And, it was just kind of like the luck of the draw. You kind of like came in with that golden spoon or you didn't. And as I have been on this journey and committed to, well, heck, I'm going to do everything to get that myself, right? Like, I'm going to conquer fate and luck and chance and all of it. And I'm going to see what I can figure out so that I can become that woman. And what I realized was luck had nothing to do with it. That woman that we know and we look at and we admire, she is in her feminine. She owns and a deep understanding of the divine feminine that she is. And before I share with you 3 characteristics that she's aligned to, I want to ask you to just think about this for a minute so that this conversation will be really valuable to you. So number 1, I want to ask you, where have you made commitments to creating wealth? And remember, we're done talking about lots of money. We're done talking even about financial freedom. We're at the next level, and this conversation now is about wealth. So, where have you made an agreement, consciously or subconsciously, that creating wealth is not going to be easy? Think about that. Your immediate answer is probably, I don't think that. But pause for a moment and just really ask yourself, because for me, I know this is constant work for me. As much as I'm here teaching, preaching, and like on my soapbox about it, in when the cameras are off, I have to work to take myself out of that thought pattern that it can't be easy. I have to work myself out of the behavioral patterns of making it hard. I have to stop myself. And I'm being real with you. So I know that's my thing. And I know I have to just lean back into my feminine, right? So I just want to ask you, thank you for telling me about the angel numbers. I just want to ask you to like sit for a moment with your awareness of that. Do you have a commitment? Do you have a strong agreement in your subconscious mind that you're going to have to work really hard to create wealth? That's the first question. And yep, I see a lot of you commenting. Yeah, Deanna says I have to remind myself that it is easy and relaxed. And that's just real talk, right? Like I am, you can always count on me to teach you and tell you my truth, both. And I'm going to tell you what I'm learning, what I'm practicing, what is challenging for me, what I know to be right, but I have to work on. And this is one of the things. I know I'm from a very strong culture of being committed to hard work. Like it's in my DNA. I have to almost work against myself to take me out of that patterned way of thinking. So I know that this is something that we're probably all working on, right? But if we are not aware of it, we can't transform it. The other thing is, how are you overusing your masculine energy to create wealth? How are you overusing your masculine energy to create wealth? And you're very clear, like to be feminine is to be in the flow, to allow, to be in all of the spiritual practices, to journal and visualize and just, like allow it to happen. And yes, do you take action as the divine feminine? Absolutely. But it's that this is what I put out there to create, and these are the actions that I need to take. Let me just go about taking my actions. Versus the masculine energy is, all right, we got to get this done. We got to make this money. We got to go out there. Let me do. Let me hustle and conquer and, like, right? Just be at it all the time. How are you in your masculine energy? Like, we have to be, at times we have to balance both masculine and feminine, but what I found is, when it comes to creating wealth, I have to pull myself back from overusing my masculine, because listen, this is what's interesting about what's happened to us as women. We have gone so far over here in the masculine when it comes to creating wealth, that we are just pushing and pushing and pushing and working hard and efforting. And we like have so bought in over all the way over here on the masculine that we are overusing this to create wealth and totally abandoning our feminine energy. And here's the thing: we're not only doing that with creating wealth, and we're not only doing that with finances, we're doing it, am I right? We're doing it in lots of other areas of our lives. We're probably doing it in our relationships. We're emasculating men. We are becoming so masculine, and we're becoming so great at doing and conquering and getting it done. And we're even proud of it. Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud. That's me. I'm getting it done. Right? And we're so far over here that it's like, do you even need the masculine anymore? Like, you've so abandoned your feminine in the pursuit of creating wealth. And what I want to just bring your awareness to is that is exhausting. It is exhausting. You were not, like, a man is wired completely different than a woman. And even though men have feminine energy, and right, they have to embody that too, probably more so in relationships. So a man has to embody more of his feminine tendencies in a relationship, where women, and he's totally all gone out on his masculine to create wealth, where women, we are so far gone in the masculine to create wealth, and then we have pulled ourselves there too in relationships. That's a whole other conversation. I'm getting off tangent because I'm like, just I'm opening my eyes up to this. So I want to share with you three things that the divine feminine, the characteristics that she embodies, so that you can start to understand that as you choose to create wealth from this place, this is what it would look like. Number one, she owns deserving wealth with ease. She owns it. Like, this one for me, I could go into so many stories right now. Like, Tasha, you're going to be on here for 40 minutes this morning. She owns deserving wealth with, like, she owns it. She oozes, I deserve it. I deserve wealth with ease. That is like, there is no debating. We're not having, it's not optional for me. I own deserving wealth with ease. Like, that is my birthright. I came here to prosper and to have abundance and to do it with ease. I deserve it. You deserve it. So the woman that you are looking at and you're like, that woman, yep, that's the one. She's got it all. I promise you, she's got some strong deservingness going on within. And she has worked enough on herself to get to the point where she knows she deserves wealth with ease. It's her birthright. Diana, who's in here, shout out to Diana. I am in Paris in this beautiful hotel. She told me last night that this is where Emily in Paris was filmed. I don't watch Emily in Paris, but I know a lot of you do. And so I'm literally staying in the most beautiful place. And I am here for her wedding. So shout out to Diana, goddess Diana, who's here. Um, but she wrote a post recently and I loved it. She was like, yeah, we're not here to prove our deservingness to anyone. We're not here, right? We're not in the business of proving it to anyone. You have to own it in your relationships and in your relationship with creating wealth. You come from, the foundation is, I deserve it, right? Just imagine if you were in that place where you are looking at the wealth that you desire and you're coming from, I deserve it and I deserve to have it with ease, versus I have to work hard for it. That's my belief. My belief system says I have to work hard for it, or I deserve it and I deserve it with ease. Which do you choose? The woman that's in her divine feminine chooses to deserve wealth with ease. Number two, she fully embraces her feminine power. Let me break that down for you a little bit. My husband and I, those of you that watched during the holidays, we did a little Facebook Live together. And when it was done, we had like the entire day, we were just talking about all the comments and the conversations that were had. And my husband looked at me and he said, you know, something that I find interesting about your community filled with women is that it doesn't seem like you all understand your power. It seems like you think power from the feminine is more that the word power is more masculine. It's more force, it's drive. It's like, listen, I'll tell you, don't you try to tell me, right? I am telling you how it goes around here. Like, it's very much like, I'm going to just be in your face and be aggressive and be masculine. And he's like, you're going to fight for everything you want to create. You're going to force and work hard and hustle. And that's how you're going to activate your power. He's like, you're so you're like these women, like he's, and me included, he's like, you don't get it. He's like, you are the more powerful gender, the feminine. He goes, the power that you have is not to be in your masculine and to force things to happen. The power that you have is the ability to influence. You have the ability to influence, not only to influence the masculine, but as natural creators, we have the ability to influence creation, everything that gets created. We just think about the feminine in like physical form. What are we, of the two genders, which one brings life into the world? The feminine, right? So we wired to create. And the thing that he like really tapped into for me is, you know, that woman, she knows that her power is not to force. She knows that it's to influence her silent partner in this relationship where we're creating wealth. Your silent partner is the universe. That is your masculine. That's the dance that you're doing. You are influencing. That's the power that you have. You don't have to force and like get it done with wealth. You have the power in your divine feminine to influence your silent partner in this relationship, and that's the universe. Literally, the universe is waiting for you to activate that divine feminine power and just say, so what would you have me do? Like a man does, right? Deanna's here. She was telling me last night her husband is throwing this lavish wedding for her, and all what he wants out of it is to watch her enjoy it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like dream come true stuff. But what I realized was the correlation to the universe and all of us. The universe wants that. The joy for the universe, the purpose that the universe exists for is to supply our demands. It's like, you know, we were talking with our numerologist last week and she was saying, think about God. God created us to experience through us all of the abundance of life, all of it, including wealth. Like God's like, I got it all. I could just sit here and like, chill. But the fun is to create all of us and watch us come into our own choices that we have and like fill our lives with whatever we decide is abundance for us. Whatever we decide is wealth and abundance for us. That is the joy of God. And the purpose of the universe is to supply those demands that we have. So we, in our divine feminine, we get to understand that. This is something you have to deeply understand. And then you go, okay. And so now I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to do the work that is required to partner with the universe, right? And to get it to do your bidding. The other thing about the divine feminine, so number one, she owns that she deserves wealth with ease. Number two, she understands that her power is her ability to influence, not her ability to force and conquer and get things done. It's her ability to influence her silent partner, the universe. So that's number two. Number three, she has this knowing that she is both masculine and feminine. And her feminine energy creates, but she knows how to partner beautifully. She just knows how to do the dance with the masculine energy within her. And she knows, right? The divine feminine, she knows that she doesn't go too far over here in the masculine. She has to partner with the masculine because the masculine is the part of us when we're in the divine feminine. The masculine is the part of us that takes energy. I'm sorry, that takes action. That takes action. And she knows I'm going to have to take action. Like I can do all the spiritual work, I can journal, I can intend, I can visualize, I can do all those things. I can stay positive, I can work on my subconscious, my chakras, my be in the flow. I can do all that stuff. But at some point, the only way we receive is when we take action. And the divine feminine, when you look at her, you're like, you ever seen that woman? She's running like 4 or 5 businesses. I remember listening to a podcast. This woman had multiple 8-figure businesses, a young family, a husband, and always on vacation. And I'm like, how does she do that? How are you able to do all of that, right? We all have the same amount of time. How does she do that? And as I became committed to understanding that woman, what I understand is she knows how to partner with that divine masculine, not go all the way over here and be him, but partner with the masculine energy within her so that when she takes action, it's from that place of the feminine influence. Like I'm influencing the masculine energy within me to say, all right, let's time to take this action, time to do this thing. And we just get it done and we move back on to being in flow and back over to being in the feminine. So I want to share with you this conversation. Oh, I love it. Those of you that are taking those of you that are taking those of you that are taking notes, and Ray, thank you. Yes, the divine feminine understands inspired action. So many times I see women, and here's what's heartbreaking. You're working so hard. What did I tell you last week? 2% of female business owners make it to 7 figures. 2%. But what percent is working their behinds off? What percent of the 100% is working so freaking hard, sacrificing so much, doing all the things? My God, you're doing. But 2% make it to 7 figures. Why is that? What are we not doing right? And do you really want to work that hard? If there's another way, would you choose it? I'm choosing it. I don't know about you. I want wealth with ease. I want to understand how to master this divine feminine energy so I influence the results that I create in my life. I'm not going to be out there hustling like, nope, been there, done that, over it. If there's another way, I want to learn it. I want to master it. I want to understand it. So, I love it. Goddesses are the 10%. So here's the thing. I wanted to have this conversation with you kind of to prepare you for next week when we go into the 5-day Wealth with Ease activation. The thing that I really want you to know is that if you are experiencing a financial glass ceiling, but like it's like you're hitting your head and you can't get past like the threshold that you are at right now financially, but you know you are working like crazy and doing all the things and you just can't figure out what's there to shatter so you can get to the next level. I can tell you that I have shattered that glass many times over, like over and over and over and over again. I've actually become like, I just want to see what else I can do, not from like, I'm just gonna grind it out here. I'm just, I'm curious to see with this influence that I have with my divine partner, the universe. Well, what else? What's beyond this ceiling? Let me go see it, right? Just listen to the energy of that. Not I'm going to bulldoze my way through the ceiling, but I just want to see what else is there. And it's like I just levitate through the glass. That's what I want to show you. I want to have the conversation that really gets you to look at why the glass is there for you. What is the thing that's causing that glass to be there for you, right? I want to show you how to activate. And every single day during the 5-day Wealth with Ease experience, every single day, all 5 days, at the end, so you want to stay till the end, I'm going to do an activation process because one of the other things that I realize is, my God, the desire is so pent up within all of you. You're not here because you have nothing else to do. Like your desire is pulling you here. It's brought you here. It's pulling you along. The desire is so intense within you, but you're like so like just lost in the struggle and the figuring it all out and the like massive information out there. You're so consumed with it all that as much as you have the desire, it's not properly activated in a way that you get the results in your bank account. So every single day after I teach, I'm going to do an activation. So that's 5 activations for like opening you up, like unlocking the things within so that the desire turns into actual results. What's the point of having all that desire if it's not like transforming into results in our lives, right? And then I have this interesting thing that I've been really researching, and is, what does the Bible have to say about ease? So I'm going to be sharing that with you, I think day 4 or 5. I'm a little excited, a little excited. All right, so that's next week. Those of you that are here, I just want, if you are not yet registered for the 5-day Wealth with Ease, go ahead and type the word wealth. Go ahead and type the word wealth in the comments. Check your Facebook Messenger, and you will get a message from me telling you how to register for the 5 days. But here's the thing. 2 things you want to make sure you do, all of you. Make sure you register as a VIP. $22. The VIP segment will be next Monday night. It'll be 90 minutes next Monday night from 6 to 7:30 Eastern. We're going to sit with the goddesses and just have an amazing time. I'm going to give you my journal entry every time I go, that glass ceiling I talk about, every time I go to get beyond that level, I'm going to share with you the script that I use from my own journal. We're going to do some laser coaching. We're going to talk to the goddesses. We're going to visualize. We're going to do all the things. Only the VIPs. It's on Zoom, so only the VIPs get access to that. It's $22. Make sure you're registered as a VIP. And I am so grateful to those of you that have been sharing your referral link. Part of what happens after you register is that you get an email with your own unique link. And every time you take an action, especially when you share that link and people use your link to register, you get points. And we are tracking those points to gift someone a trip to Hawaii. That is the ultimate prize. But also another big prize that I think is really great is we're going to have a live VIP event this year, and you're going to someone's going to win a ticket to that. That's $2,500 in value. And then we got all kinds of other amazing prizes that team have put together to just say thank you every time somebody clicks your link and registers for the 5-day Wealth with Ease activation. Here's what I know. The women that are here know other women that have this same struggle too. So share with them. One of the most beautiful things that happened to me last night was I walked in to Diana's meet and greet for her wedding, and it was all of her family and all of her friends. And I'm just like, I'm an outsider, right? I'm her mentor. And I walk in, and everyone's like, "Hi, Tasha. Hi, Tasha." And I'm like, "Oh, wow." Hi, And it was like everyone knew me. And Diana said, "Yeah, when I made the decision that I was going to step into receiving what was mine in this life, the next thought was, and I want that for my family. And I want that for the women in my family and my friends. I want them to have that too." Because she said, she goes, "Being rich alone is not fun." I was like, "You go, girl." So for those of you that you are thinking like that, and you have all these other women that would benefit, your mom, your sister, your friend, your girlfriends, your daughter. I share all this stuff with my daughter all the time. I want her to figure it out sooner rather than later, right? So those of you that you are already registered, make sure you get your link, check your emails for your referral link, and share it with as many people as you can. The more that we have in that experience next week, a rising tide raises all the boats. The more that we have in the experience is the more powerful that it's going to be for all of us. And with that, Rhonda, I love this space too, and I love you too. Mwah. With that, I am off to spend the afternoon in Paris. How is this real life? I'm just like here setting the intention that there's so many of you that are gonna join us next week that are gonna become goddesses at some point, and we're gonna have a retreat here in Paris. Like, we must. This place is the epitome of wealth. We must come have this luxury experience. All right. So set that intention too. Mwah. I love you all. Have a great rest of the day. Bye, everyone.